What's going on, fellas? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, and for today I wanted to give you guys a first look at Black Widow rocking her endgame uniform. And personally, boys, this is one of my favorite looking uniforms that we got in this update. Like, the attention to detail on Scarlett Johansson's face is absolutely astounding. It looks exactly like her. So shout out to Netmarble, man. When it comes to aesthetics, they almost never disappoint. Her uniform is absolutely fabulous, seriously. However, aesthetics aside, should you be purchasing this uniform, especially if you're like me and you already have the Infinity War uniform and you have it at Legendary? That is the question I know a lot of you guys have. And honestly, it's completely up to you and what you plan to do with the Black Widow. If you only use her in Shadowland and nowhere else, you don't have to buy this uniform, because yes, she's definitely going to be much better in Shadowland. Frankly, to be honest with you guys, I tested it and my Legendary Infinity War uniform is already being surpassed in DPS by this uniform, even though it is still at normal. So just keep that in mind. This uniform at normal is already putting more damage, more work into World Boss Ultimate than this one at Legendary. And that's just the damage department. The survivability is actually one of the good things about this uniform. She's much safer for game modes besides Shadowland, because she's getting some damage immunity. The upgrade is not a massive one. However, if you're one of the very new players that we're gonna get in this update and you have Black Widow with no uniform, then you definitely want to buy it. It's a must buy for her if you have no uniform and you're a fan of Natasha or you're a fan of Scarlett Johansson. Let's get that straight. However, if you have this uniform, the upgrade to this one isn't that noticeable if you don't use her outside of Shadowland. Right, just keep that in mind, because what you're getting in this uniform is a flat increase to your crit rate, your crit damage, and most notably a change to her forward skill and 2 seconds of damage immunity. A very small upgrade, however a pretty significant one, because with this addition of 2 seconds of damage immunity, you can now chain her iframes together in a way where you will be almost untouchable. There are small gaps where she can still take damage and be punished, but she's much safer than she was in the Infinity War uniform, because in the Infinity War uniform you could never use her forward skill safely in World Boss Ultimate if the boss was not mind controlled or charmed. Right? This was a very bad skill for game modes besides Shadowland, where she can just guard break and stun lock enemies. However, in this uniform, with the forward skill now having damage immunity, she's actually very safe, and you can just go 5-4 and then you can go 3-2 or 2-3 depending on what you want to do, because these two skills, the 2 and the 3, are iframes, and the 5 also has an iframe at the beginning of the skill as well. So she's much safer and she can put out a lot more damage in this uniform. But just keep in mind that regardless of whichever uniform you ultimately decide on to use with her long term, Black Widow is not going to be taking over any particular game mode anytime soon, in my opinion. She's not going to be reshaping the timeline meta. She's not going to be taking over any day in ABX, and she's not going to be pushing stage 60 plus against any boss in World Boss Ultimate anytime soon. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because if you take a look at Black Widow's skill set, the spy tactics, the martial arts, the guns, the batons, and then you compare that to the majority of the other Avengers. You know what I'm saying? Like, at this point, Tony's damn near a cyborg. We have War Machine, who's literally dropping nukes left, right, and center. We have Captain America, who's a super soldier. We have Hulk, who's a rage monster. You know what I'm saying? You compare her to those people and she looks like one of us. Normal. You know what I'm saying? Hawkeye is an exception, okay? We can't expect the Ronin uniform treatment for every single uniform. So I think it's realistic, and where she sits right now is actually a very good place, right? Because we can actually do stage 50 with her at level 60, and I'm going to show that to you guys in this video. So she's actually pretty solid in this uniform, thanks to the fact that the damage immunity is now on her forward skill, so we can play her in World Boss Ultimate a little bit safer. I'll show you guys the overall build. We do need to do a lot more work to it. I have not touched her build in I would say like a year and a half. These Urus here, the ignore defense, they need to go. Only thing I did since the update is actually I gave her this obelisk right here. almost max ignore dodge, almost max lightning damage. I was really hoping that I could get like a 160 or a 180, maybe even a 200 proc for her, because y'all know I love ScarJo and I love Black Widow as well. But this is actually some pretty good stats. I'm gonna keep this for a while until we can roll something better for her. So yeah, man, we're gonna jump in and I'll show you guys a little bit of gameplay, and then you guys can let me know in the comments how you feel about this new uniform. I personally think it's a pretty good improvement. Being able to do stage 50 right at level 60 is actually very good, especially since this is a normal uniform and we're still running a 140 proc with almost all of our Uru slots empty. Seriously, let's go. All right, baby, let's get it. So I'm gonna open with the 5th, try to proc on the 4. The guaranteed dodge in a kit is really nice. One thing I find hard to do though is keeping the proc and getting it to activate on the right skills. Pretty annoying to do, can't lie. Okay, I'm not trying to take any unnecessary damage with her because she can't heal. So I'm just gonna tag and give her all the protection she needs, baby. Can't lie, I get nervous when I can't see her. Oh, that was a good amount of damage. Woo, woo. That had me scared. ScarJo putting in the work. Get him, girl. Yo, Wanda blessing me. Wanda blessing me. Ooh, hold up. Nice, that was a good amount of damage there. Not bad. We're making good time. She hasn't even lost any HP yet, but let me not jinx myself, because y'all know once you get down into this phase, this guy goes ballistics. Woo. Okay. Come on, baby. Lay it on him. Nice, that was a good amount of damage. Yeah, I'm convinced that her 4th skill is what you want to proc on. Look at that. Damage is really good. Whew. Okay, he's gonna... Come on, go in your next... Okay, there we go. Whew. I was gonna say, I was trying so hard to push him in his next phase before he used his 3rd skill, and I actually got scared. I thought he was gonna go in his 3rd skill. Either way, I would have had to tag anyways. Okay, come on. Let's get that 4th skill proc. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that, guys. You can't tell me this isn't good. Like, she's level 60 still, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's putting in the work. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my goodness. This is beautiful, guys. She's putting in the work. She can definitely do higher than this. Like, she has like 2 minutes left on stage 50. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely getting her to hold up. No, we're gonna take a little. Oh wow, she dodged it. Yo, she's dodging everything. Ooh, no. Damn, we took so much damage because we got hit by the stupid thing. Anyways, you guys can see, man, she has the damage and she definitely has the survivability. We just got clipped by one of those twisters, and you guys know how it goes with those stupid twisters. You'll be doing so well, and then just one of them little bastards clip you, and yeah, it was almost a wrap, and it might be a wrap for me this time. No, but she dodges a lot because of her guaranteed dodge on her tier 2 passive. But let's get out of here. I don't want to accidentally clear this. You can see for yourself, man. All we got to do is invest a little bit more into her, and she could probably push comfortably up to stage 55. That's actually really awesome, guys. Seriously, with most of her Uru slots empty because that ignore dodge, sorry, not ignore dodge, ignore defense is being wasted, right? That 3% that I'm getting from those two Urus, right, it's being wasted. So all we really have here is 2 physical attack Urus, and that's it, right? So give her some Urus, give her a mythic uniform, give her a proper, well, this is proper, but I can't lie, this is really, really good. It's hard to get better than this because all of her damage really comes from her, actually, no, actually, boys, I might have goofed, you know, because this doesn't say lightning damage. Let me check something here, guys. I was under the assumption that it was still dealing lightning damage at the end. There's no shock to it either. So yeah, I was building her and gearing her mainly to do damage with her 5th skill because that's basically where all the damage has been for the longest time. And since I saw like the lightning on the spear, I thought I'm gonna have to do some testing. I might actually have to take off this obelisk because if she can do even more damage on her 4th than with her 5th, then it might actually be pointless to run her. Well, I wouldn't say pointless because you would still be doing damage with her 5th skill. You don't use her 1 skill, or at the very least, I don't use her 1 skill because it's not very safe. But if the 4th skill is doing more damage than the 5th, then it kind of like defeats the whole purpose of running her with lightning damage. Might be better to go with like ignore dodge, crit damage, and a 200% proc. So basically a CTP of energy if you love Black Widow that much, right? But I won't keep you guys too long. Trying to keep it short and sweet. Leave me your thoughts in the comments. How y'all feeling about ScarJo in this new uniform? Personally, I am loving it. And I'm saying, like, just looking at the uniform, beautiful, beautiful. But it's not all flash and no substance. She's definitely significantly better in this uniform. You guys saw for yourself. I messed up, but she still put out a respectable amount of damage and she was very safe for the majority of the fight. So yeah, man, leave me your thoughts in the comments. I'll catch y'all. Peace.